What's up, everyone? We just want to start off the new year with a new video, kind of show everybody what's going on in the shop now that the end of the year's over, or 2021 with the holiday season. It's been a while since we put up a video of some shop work that's going on, so I wanted to start the new year right and get a video going, show you guys all the builds we have going on in here, and wish everybody a happy new year as well. Hope everybody's doing good and being safe and hopefully staying healthy. Still kind of crazy everything that's going on out there, but hopefully we keep pushing forward and get some content out, get some cars done, get some project engine builds and everything that needs to be completed this year. So just wanted to make an update, kind of go along, show everybody what we got going on in here, some of the other videos you guys seen of some of the other projects we got, and just give everybody a baseline to show everybody what we do on a daily basis. So here you guys seen, there's a video I already made of this TE27 Corolla that's got the beams motor. So we've been working on getting the wiring done. We got the harness done for it. Some goodies also. He's gonna put a Haltech Elite IC7 dashboard. I don't think that was in the last video. So we got that for it as well. So trying to get, I'm gonna start getting on this. We just had to get organized because since we moved to the new shop, it's been hard getting all the stuff situated, along with a lot of customer work that needs to get sent out and completed. So this is going to be coming up. This is going to get done. These two T27s that are next to each other are on the top of my list to get completed as far as vehicles. Hopefully the next month or two we'll have them running and get some good content. Your NA 50mm ITB setup, beams motor, which a lot of guys are excited to see that run. And then you got an extreme 3S 5S block 3S crank setup here with a G35 new Garrett turbo. So this should make 700-800 horsepower is probably where we're going to stop, because this car, there ain't no way it could even handle that as well. But that's what he wants, so that's what he's going to get. This is our Starlet that we're going to put a 4AG motor in that I'm going to show you guys as well. We're moving along with that too. And these are some of our other cars that we own. So I'm going to show you guys some motor builds now. Here we got some 5S blocks that just came in about 3 weeks ago. I got to tear them down and put them away. We pretty much try to keep blocks here for engine builds that we need for customers. And so I basically source them, find them. I try and buy multiples at a time. It's always better to ship in 2 or 3 if I can, instead of just 1 at a time. So these are cores that are going to be taken apart. I don't know if the cranks are good in them, but mainly we just want the blocks. So you got these two 5S blocks here. One is a square boss block. The other one is not, but still very, very strong block regardless. All right, here we move along to another 5S block that we're building for a customer. This is going to be in a 81 Corolla that it's going in for now. So it's pretty interesting setup that we did here. It's a 5S block, but it's going to use a Beams oil pump, or Beams Altiza 3S GE, with the pan, because it's going to go straight up and down. And here's his clutch setup. It's going to run a G-Force clutchless 5-speed, so it's going to be a full race car. Clutch Masters 7 1/4 twin disc with a custom flywheel that we made, and so we'll be getting that in there. So for now, normally we do a lot of dry sump stuff. We're trying to get his car finished without spending all this extra money with dry sump and everything else that I would like to see. Here we have another 5S block. This is actually going to a customer in Barbados. It's got powder rod setup in there. So brand new 3S GTE crankshaft, ARP main studs, doesn't need billet main caps. He's just shooting for about 500 horsepower, reliable. And 5S oil pump. We just got his camshafts in from Webb, custom ground, custom spec. And so this will be a nice build. I'm waiting on clutches coming in this week. Oil pan will be in this week. So we'll get all those parts in, and I'll get you guys a video of all those parts and assembly once we get this motor complete as well. Head is at the machine shop now. We did a basic port on it. It's gonna have all Brian Crower valve train components, and nothing too radical. It's gonna have a Gen 2 cylinder head. He wants to, again, only make about 500 horsepower. These parts down here are for the MR2. Once we start doing the changes we're gonna do to it, it's gonna go dry sump. So here's his dry sump pump, new intake manifold, and stuff like that. All right, here we got a 4AG or 7A. So this is a 7A block. This is for a good customer in Jamaica. 7A block with a MRP, I believe it is, billet stroker crankshaft. So I think it takes it up to 1.9 liters. So girdle from MRP. We actually made billet main caps for it. So we have 4AGE. Same main cap will fit on a 4AG or a 7A. So we're gonna check the clearance on this, make sure we got proper crank clearance, and then I'll get a rod in it. He's got some really nice components. He wants to make some really good power with all this. So if you look here, he's got a Sains connecting rod. Really nice heavy duty stuff. We built him a custom piston. It's a Trom piston. Heavy duty wrist pin. So he's hoping to make close to 1,000. It's going to be a front wheel drive setup, which is kind of cool, but so something different. But again, crank looks super heavy duty. That thing is really strong, well built. And we will get a rod in there as well to make sure we don't have any clearance issues. We actually, I don't know if you could see down there, I ground the block to clearance for the added stroke, but hopefully it's enough. If not, we'll have to take it back apart and regrind it some more. But yeah, 7A block, stroker crank, really nice setup. Has a girdle and everything, plus the billet main. So this thing is definitely going to be pretty stout. We cemented the block, so it's fully filled to the top of cement to make the power he wants to make, since it's only going to be a track car. So we'll definitely get more information on this as well. All right, moving on to another 3S build. This is for a very good customer also. Very popular. You guys will be pretty shocked when you hear what this is going to be going in. I'm not going to announce it yet. I'm waiting for him to release it. Once he does, then I'll give you guys a lot more information on this build. Basically, it's going to be a 5S block again, as always. Standard main caps. It's going to be a drift setup and ARP main studs. It's going to have a 3S crankshaft. Take a look at this. This is some brand new 3S cranks we got, factory OEM Toyota cranks. But it's gonna have a Brian Crower connecting rod and a heavy duty piston we built for him. 10-to-1 setup. Really nice piston, and just heavy duty to make sure it withstands the abuse of the drift setup, you know. So we got another 3S crank right there. But yeah, we'll give you guys more details on this. Stay tuned. This will be a fun build. We can't wait to see this thing run, and keep you guys posted on what it's going to be in and stuff like that. So all right, here we have a 2J. This is actually going to be a stroker setup. We already got the block all line board with the Real Street main caps and ARP head studs. They're really nice block, really clean. It's gonna have a Brian Crower crankshaft. We already have the connecting rods, custom pistons, of course, by Trom, and we'll give you guys more details on this as well. It's got a really nice intake manifold, all trick parts going together in this build. He just had the car painted. It's a black Toyota Supra MK4, and it'll be here as soon as I get some of these other projects out. So once those other projects are done, I can make plenty of space where I can be comfortable working on this car, and don't want to be rushed once we get this whole project put together. All right, moving on to another 3S build. I get a lot of calls from guys, and I just basically tell people this is where they can understand. If they subscribe to our channel, they could see how busy we are with engine builds. So I expect a lot of guys to be patient. You know, when you come to us, you get, you know, basic one-on-one customer service where we relate to the customer. We talk about the build one-on-one. We basically tailor the build to what they want. We build a custom piston with Trom to tailor to their needs, to make sure they get exactly what they want. So as you can see, we've got a lot of engine builds going on here along with project cars that we're doing as well. So this is another 5S block. This one has our billet main caps in it. It's gonna be a full drag setup. I believe it's going in a starlet, and it's actually gonna go to Aruba. So that's where the car is right now. And they're trying to get the car finished. Fully cemented block. You can see the water port basically filled up. Standard 3S crank. ARP main studs. Again, billet main caps. Originally, the build didn't start as radical as it's ending up now. So originally it just had a set of Eagle connecting rods where that's not going to work. So we stepped it up to a Brian Crower rod, which should support, you know, anywhere from 7 to 8, maybe 900 horse. We probably won't push it more than that. And so this is a cool build that's going to happen. You'll see this coming together as well. Has a brand new crankshaft going in it. Blocks already been machined. All the machine work's already done. All these blocks have been machined, ready, clean, painted, ready for assembly. So again, going to Aruba. We have a cylinder head ready to go as well, and this will be a really nice build. Some more 3S cranks that you see down here. Some 3TC parts. The only thing we don't have going on right now that we're building is a 3TC, but we got one coming up soon that we'll get some good video of and give you guys some data and stuff. It's going to be a full build in-house, so we want to put something together and get some video of a lot of 3TC stuff that we do here. All right, moving on to our 4AG build. We got a build series with this. There's a part 1. If you scroll through our channel, you'll see part 1 of this build. And we're trying to get this block, you know, this short block complete. Got the oil pump on it. Has a brand new Toyota crankshaft in it as well. Brian Crower connecting rods. Trom 12-to-1 pistons. Lightweight steel flywheel. We have the clutch kit coming in from Clutch Masters. That's all we ever use is Clutch Master stuff. So anybody needs any clutch components, custom flywheels, we could do any of that for you as well. So this actually is using the 20 valve. I believe it's a 20 valve oil pump, which is the bigger oil pump for the 4AG setup. This is an actual 4AG block, not like the 7A setup I showed you guys over there. 4A block. 4A crank, no stroke, no nothing. We were really curious to see how much power this thing can make, so we decided to build one. And but the early, just to give you guys some pointers, I didn't know this, I had to do research myself. The early 4AG oil pumps are basically, they're like a squared gear. So if you look at the gear, it's kind of got the tooth on the gear kind of goes up at a point and across. It's very squared off. So the newer oil pumps are rounded, so that they have rounded corners, and the gear rotor is just a rounded section to eliminate cracking. So the older oil pumps in those squared off sections, right where it comes down on the smaller part of the gear, tend to crack, and the gears, once you turn a lot of RPM or make good power, the oil pumps can explode. So we wanted to get away from that. We wanted to get the best oil pump we could, because it's going to be an NA setup and we expect this thing to turn some serious RPM. So we got that oil pump. Hopefully it works. I don't know how much RPM this thing's really going to ask for. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot. And hopefully this pump survives, but we'll you know, basically put it to the test and give you guys some real world information on what it actually does and what kind of RPM this thing turns. It's got like a 300 duration camshaft with 400 lift, so it's a pretty big cam. So again, we'll see, you know, what this oil pump can really do. All right, over here you see this starlet that we haven't had too much time to work on, but now we're finally getting into a position where, like I said, we got everything organized over here. This is going to be a dummy block that is going to go in the starlet. It's actually getting these struts, these strange spindle mount struts that I have to mount and get all in there. A lot of the chassis work is done, but we're going to move forward with it because, again, we had to get everything sorted out, get moved in, get comfortable, put things away, organize all kinds of stuff, which we've gotten done already. And now we could really, you know, get down to the nitty gritty and get all these projects done. Over here you see our AE86. Haven't gotten too much stuff done to this lately as well, but we will. Just need to get caught up on a lot of engine builds that a lot of guys need, and a lot of other projects that we're doing as well. Had to build this oil pan for a customer overseas in Europe. That's gonna go ship out this week. 3TC header going to a customer in Hawaii. That's done as well. And just trying to get all these little projects done for a lot of guys so they can get their projects moving along. Here's a bunch of cylinder heads that we have to port. One of these heads is for one of the blocks over there for the drift setup I told you about. Some 3TC heads that we got to complete. This is one of our heads that we used to race. And just, again, a ton of heads that have to get done, and just start chipping away at all of it. Here are two heads. This 4A big port head is actually going to be for that 7A block setup that I showed you over there. It's already ported. I got to get it all cleaned up and off to the machine shop. We have to figure out valve sizes, so that's going to be all custom along with the cams. This 2J head, GTE head, is for the red block I showed you guys over there. This is actually a brand new head from Toyota. So brand new, all cam clearance, all ported as well, ready to go. Just had to get his block situated, and again, a lot of this stuff was done the end of last year. Just been trying to get other things situated to start moving along and getting all these engines together and projects done. So head's fully ported, along with the 4A head. They just have to be cleaned up. And over here we have, this is the 4AG head for our build. And you see some 3S heads back there that are waiting for their motors, cars, all kinds of different applications. This is actually for the MR2, head's already done. This is for the red block I showed you guys up front, the 5S block. That's gonna have a G-force trans. This is for the Aruba motor. Head is all ported, assembled, bronze guides, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. That gives you guys a rundown of everything that's happening here and where we've been the last, you know, couple months. Kind of been kind of quiet. Haven't made any new videos because of, again, all the stuff I've been trying to organize, clean up, get the shop, you know, picked up, and just get things really ready to roll come this year, which is what I wanted to do. And now I'm in a good position to start moving forward on everything else. So I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. The channel's been really picking up a lot of steam. Thank you guys. Let me know, leave a comment down below on what you think you'd want to see more of. I had somebody that told me they wanted to see some more 3TC stuff, so I'm definitely going to work on that. This year we will, the beginning of the year, the next couple months hopefully. A lot of guys have asked about the red Corolla that we built, so that is actually sitting in Hawaii. It already made it. Made it a long time ago, but the track that the island that it's on, which is Big Island, they get a lot of rain this time of the year, plus the track closed December and won't open till about February. So once the track opens and they kind of get out of rainy season, we will be going there to test the car. So we're looking late February, maybe early March, but definitely around that time frame we will be going over there. We're going to check out, you know, the owner of the red car. We're going to check out our buddy Ricky with the green T27 that he just ticked off a 1030 at 130 something. I forgot, 135 I think it was. Super happy about that, but he's got a lot more left in that as well. So we hope to go down there and just spend some time with some good people, man, and really have a fun time at the racetrack. So stay tuned. Again, thank you everybody. Comment, let me know what you want to see. Subscribe, and we'll keep the content coming. Take care.